Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ichia Sasuke696. Happy New Year to you all. Hopefully you all had a fantastic holiday season. Today Sir has returned for the 4th of January. Correctly, he is located in the Winding Cove on Earth. And if you don't know where that is, I'll quickly show you here. So he sits directly located up from spawn in this little mountainous area. As you can see, spawn's pretty much directly down there. So you can just make your way up through this little cave system, up into the top, and he's directly beside this fallen catch ship. So without further ado, let's get stuck in, guys. Okay, not a bad week at all. Some pretty good stuff. Okay, up first is Weapon of the Week, which is Graviton Lance. Excuse me. The intrinsic perk is Black Hole. Second shot of a burst rips a hole through space-time, doing high damage and recoil with no fall-off. The exotic bonus is Cosmology. Kills with this weapon cause enemy targets to detonate and spawn void projectiles that track targets. I would give this a solid 3 out of 5, guys. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still a fantastic gun inside PvP, but ever since we've had a faster time to kill, it's pretty much just been outshadowed by shotguns and hand cannons and everything else in that vicinity, really. Like, it's still good for longer range maps like Equinox, Convergence, Shores of Time, all that good stuff, but for pretty much the majority of other maps it's mediocre at best. Like, it still retains its value in PvE. Like, it clears out trash mobs with absolute ease, so if you love blowing shit up in PvE, definitely pick this up. It's an okay buy for PvP as well, so yeah, I'm gonna stick by that, 3 out of 5. And quick note, also when Bungie re-releases the exotic catalyst for this, it gives you Hidden Hand, which gives you extra aim assist as well, which makes landing headshots even more easier to do. Like, it makes your aim super sticky, and it pulls the reticle straight to the person's head. So it might be worth just buying it and holding on to it until Bungie re-releases the catalyst again. Okay, Hunters, you're up first armor this week. You have Celestial Nighthawk. The intrinsic perk is Hawkeye Hack. Modifies Golden Gun to fire a single high damage shot. Enemies eliminated by the shot explode and grant you super energy. Your armor rules are Fusion Rifle targeting, Hand Cannon targeting, hands-on, Sniper Rifle reserves, Machine Gun reserves. This, guys, is an absolute must-buy for me. I would give this 5 out of 5. Like, it is the best exotic for hunters that use Golden Gun apart from Shards of Galanor. Like, if you're using Way of a Thousand Cuts, obviously you use Shards of Galanor, but if you're using this regular Golden Gun, you use Nighthawk. It's still an absolute beast for boss damage. Like, simply put, if you want something dead, Nighthawk will deliver for you 100%. And depending on how you stack your buffs and debuffs, you can eclipse 300,000 damage with one single shot, and you don't need me to tell you how fucking crazy that is. It's absolutely amazing. Definitely pick this up. It is my must buy of the week. Okay, Titans, you're up next. We have Dune Marchers. Intrinsic perk is Linear Actuators. Increases sprint speed. Sprinting builds up a static charge. After a melee attack in an enemy, that charge will chain damage to nearby enemies. Your armor rules are Fusion Rifle Dexterity, Hand Cannon Dexterity, Outreach, Scout Rifle Scavenger, Special Ammo Finder. So yeah, I'd give this the same rating as I give Graviton Lance. Give it a solid 3 out of 5. They give off a sort of similar result to ACD0 feedback fence, but the only difference is you don't need to be meleeed for the perk to proc. Like, you can just run into a group of enemies while using Top Tree Sunbreaker, obviously because it has Melting Point. So yeah, if you run into a group of enemies to proc Melting Point, and then all the other enemies will die due to the AoE effect, and the AoE effect is pretty damn big. So, and this is true for PvE for PvP as well. Like, if you have like 3 or 4 people, say on a capture point in control, you're using Top Tree Sunbreaker, just run into them, hit one with Melting Point, kill him obviously because it's a one hit, and then the damage, the AoE effect will chain to the others and they'll pretty much die as well. It's pretty damn fun to use. Like, in the right hands, this is actually deadly. So If you're still after a decent, pretty good Titan exotic, yeah, pick this up. Last but certainly not least, Warlocks, you're up. You have Sanguine Alchemy. The intrinsic perk is Heightened Senses. Standing in a rift grants you and your allies heightened senses, allowing you to retain your radar while aiming down sights. Additionally, nearby powerful enemies are visually marked and can be tracked without line of sight. Your armor rules are Unflinching Bow Aim, Unflinching Fusion Rifle Aim, Unflinching Kinetic Aim. Scout Rifle reserves Special Ammo Finder. So yeah, I would give this exotic 2 out of 5, guys. It's not really all that useful anymore. Like back about 4 or 5, maybe pushing no, even longer than that, I'd say about 7-8 months ago, back in year 1 of D2, in the competitive playlist, we didn't have radar. Radar was taken away from us, so this thing became a top must-have exotic for Warlocks, because you pretty much pop a rift and you can pretty much see through walls and see who's near you. But since we got radar back again, we have pretty much no real call for this anymore. And like, I don't think people nowadays would want to like sit around in a rift, sit around in a rift and wait for people to walk by them and wait for targets to show up. So it's not really like decent anymore, is what I'm trying to say. So if you're like, the only reason I would buy it is to complete your collection. So, and if you're after something like a decent enough exotic until you get something good, then obviously like maybe pick it up. But if you just want to complete collections, just pick it up. That's the only real thing I'd use it for nowadays, to be honest. And to quickly finish off his inventory, we have the usual Faded Engram, which drops year 1 exotics with with updated year 2 random rolls. And we have the 5 of Swords challenge card for the Nightfall, so you can set your own modifiers and scores and all that good shit for your Nightfalls. Alright guys, that is pretty much going to cover up Xur for this week. If you've enjoyed the video or liked it or found it informative in any way, please hit that thumbs up button, because I would greatly appreciate it and it would help my channel out here on YouTube. So, as I said, like, we should be getting something towards sort of getting a new inventory soon. I know Bungie spoke about it like well before Christmas, but hopefully they'll update us soon to let us know what's coming. Even like I know we're getting bounties next season, but even like up until then, if they updated the Faded Engram to drop year 2 stuff, that would be majorly appreciated by pretty much everybody. But all we can do is wait and see. So I'm going to get out of here, guys, but hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I'll catch you all again later. See ya.